Thank you, everyone, for subscribing to Infinitely Productions. If you have not done so, please click the bell and subscribe, and we hope you enjoy our content.
Judge Hutton is he's been so good about everything, but you know we're beginning and we'll continue tomorrow. So I don't want to get into other than what I did in there. Just to get a feel for it.
Sounds like you're trying to straighten out a few facts, though.
Well, cross-examination is that way sometimes. The judge asked us to obey the rule. So what can I say, Dave, that I haven't said? We'll hear it tomorrow. We feel good. We feel very strong. And it's been an interesting day. That's how I feel. Productive.
Why don't you go on next?
I even mentioned your name. I did because I saw the video. There's Stevie.
Mr. Keller?
Yes, sir.
Can I just ask you real quick to can you comment about what you said today, though? When you were trying to get
Stevie, am I allowed to say what I said?
Whatever's in evidence.
Whatever's in evidence.
You were talking about the mystique and
Well, because that's what brings law, that's what brings the media, that's what brings Hollywood, that's what brings money, that's what builds prisons, unfortunately, and I think it's very important the jury understands that that's, at least what we're saying, that's the leverage that he uses to sell himself. There's no secret that that's what we're arguing. I've been arguing that. And he says that that does not play any part.
Do you think he was ever part of La Cosa Nostra?
My personal opinion is not important, but his testimony is that it was his own self-styled La Cosa Nostra. It's not the kind of organization that the FBI has been describing for decades. So
he has said throughout the trial that he doesn't have a deal with the government, that he has an agreement with the government, and he hasn't gotten anything. But in fact, you're about to get to.
Yeah, we're going to get into everything.
This morning, in fact, he did get a big break, 11 years.
Couple quick questions.
You made a big point this morning, almost like leaving the jury with the impression that maybe Ralph has said the things he said about Steve, which is annoyed with the way Danielle and Steve disrespected his girlfriend. Are you trying to leave the jury with that impression?
That's what we intend to prove, in part, as well as the relationship with Zone and Malone with Proxy.
So what is this all about? Disrespecting him or whatever?
It's more than disrespect, but we're just going to have to see how it plays out in the courtroom in terms of the evidence that we believe that will be presented. I'm going to keep saying more about it now.
Well, you said in court that Danielle didn't want to buy into this, go to dinner with his wife one night, go to dinner with his girlfriend.
That's what the evidence will definitely show.
She didn't want to do that because her reasons are her own personal.
And it goes a little bit beyond that. It was an inconsistency in terms of what was going on at times with Mr. Natale's wife and with his girlfriend.
Your position would be that Mr. Mazzone's relationship
driven home.
What are the top 3 points for the drive home?
The judge wants us to keep it in the courtroom, but I think we can certainly say properly that we want to show what his agreement is, and he anticipates doing very little jail time, and he anticipates being home very quickly, and that it's up to the jury to decide whether he's believable. And no matter what they do, his agreement is unaffected by what they do. So that plus all the other things and rewards they gave him, which I've discussed in court, and that's why I can mention it here, are important in evaluating his believability on something that is not corroborated.
In other words,
that's what I mean.
You're saying they bought and are selling it.
I'm not allowed to say it.
He's got everything to gain, nothing to lose.
That's the way we feel. Thank you.
Thank you.
Angelo Lutz is not a criminal, not an associate in the mob, has a legitimate business. Frankly, he was the star witness for Angelo Lutz. That's what I have to say. I thought the defense attorney did a marvelous job of giving the jury several reasons why they might have problems with his testimony. I thought the cross-examination went extremely well, and obviously I was particularly pleased with the way it went for my client.
And then moving forward, what are you expecting on? I had to put on these FBI agents with some further surveillance video, etc. What's the expectation moving forward? Have they given you any hint as to what's next?
No, but I expect we're going to see individuals like Ralph Vitale, cooperating witnesses who will be called to testify. That would be my expectation.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Just a quick question about very simple stuff.
Right.
The tally's done.
Correct.
Overall impression. How effective was he, perhaps?
Well, I mean, that's always hard to say, and it's really not appropriate for a lawyer during the case to give an opinion as to that. I mean, he was on the stand a long time. I can tell you that he's on the stand a long time, and the jury certainly got a lot to look at, and they got a lot to evaluate his credibility from both sides. So, I mean, they had an opportunity to see him for almost 3 full weeks, so they had a lot of time to see all the pluses and minuses and to make up their decision as to whether he's credible or not. And so, they certainly got their look at him.
A couple of other things. As far as your client is concerned, Marty Angelina, you were pretty much able to prove there that, at least as far as these murders and all were concerned, Vitale admitted that he really couldn't have been any of that.
Well, in the cross-examination, we were able to show that in most of these incidents, in his FBI interviews over a long period of time, he had never mentioned Marty Angelina as being involved in these incidents, and we thought that was important to bring out to the jury.
Alcoholic or a drug addict. Gambling is a disease, and and I suffer from it severely. And right now I'm a grateful, recovering, compulsive gambler.
How's it cooked? A tender?
Looks it.
Okay. Good.
Thank you for watching this video. Please be sure to subscribe to our channel and check out more of our content. Feel free to give your feedback and suggestions on who we should do next in the comments. This is Infinitely Productions. We love ya!